We are now going to talk about applying functions to a row vector. And the reason we want to do that is either do the calculations or eventually to plot. For example, I want to create a plot eventually of sine of t. I want to plot it from t equals 0 to 2 pi radians, which we've done in previous. We've actually created that array. I'm going to create an array that says time equals, and remember it's 0, colon. I'm going to do the increment is the next step, which is 0.01 times pi, colon, and I want to end at 2 times pi. And I want to type in a semicolon before I hit enter, so I don't have rows and rows, in this case 201 variables. What I can do now is I can create another variable called y, and I can say that's sine of time. I'm going to press the semicolon, hit enter, and you notice that that also is a 201 variable. It goes from -1 to 1, and if we double click here, we'll see that time equals 0. It's 0, which makes sense. The first element is 0.01 radians, a very small degree. The value is 0.031, and then it starts to increase in size. What we have here is that the function y is actually the sine of each of the elements. We don't have to type in all the elements. What else can we do? Well, we could type in another variable, and let's just call it t, and let's say I go from 0 to 10. And I hit enter, and you notice it has 11 items. It goes from 0 to 10. I could create another function. Let's call it x, and I can call that an exponent, exp, of minus 2 times t. That's e to the 2t as t goes from 0 to 10, and I'll hit enter, and lo and behold, if I look here, I'm going to go from 1, which is t equals 0, all the way down to 2 times 10 to the minus 9th, which makes sense because an e to the minus function will eventually approach 0. Any function that I have, I can apply now to this row vector. I created essentially the x-axis, and the vector is going to be showing the y-axis. That is how you apply functions to row vectors.